friends. I am Vinod Babu. I am a first time user to electric cycles. So I have been using Hero Lectro F6i for the last 10 days. I've been I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube and found out what are the pros and cons. So since the last 10 days I have this cycle, I thought I will post a review and then hopefully it will be helpful for new people who are looking to start electric cycle both as a hobby or as a commuter option. So this is my new Lectro F6i. Before that, I would like to start with saying why I chose an electric cycle. I'm a doctor by profession. I commute to my workplace, which is around 10 kilometers from my residence. So obviously because of the health benefits that it provides, as well as the savings that it will offer, biking to work is an excellent option. And as you know, it's already gaining popularity right now in Bangalore and everywhere else in India as well. So I started my workup regarding which cycle is the best, whether I really need an electric cycle. So I will just give you a background on this. So when I started seeing for the regular electric cycles, I was optimistic whether I will be able to commute 10 kilometers to and 10 kilometers fro without getting tired. So I decided electric cycle would be a better option because I was afraid I will get sweaty when I go to work, as well as for those steep flyovers and inclined roads, it will be a difficult. When I started checking out about the electric cycles, I really liked the fact that the pedelec mode, which will provide that extra boost when you need those, especially in the city roads. That is the one which caught my attention. And yeah, sometimes when you really have to rush to work, that will really help. That will give you that extra speed without your body getting strained. But primarily, I am intending to use it only for the exercise purpose. I hardly use the throttle mode in this and the pedelec mode. Pedelec mode is quite fun. So with this background, I went ahead and test driven several electric cycles and even the normal regular cycles. I felt electric bicycles are my thing. Predominantly, I checked three models. One is the Rowley Kinesio, which is not available anymore, not in the production. The second one is the E-Motorrad E-Way, which is a very good bike. I test rode in the in the month of December, but when I checked out this month, the price has been hiked and the availability is a big question. And moreover, it's a small manufacturer, so I came to know that the Lectro has launched this F6i, which has all the bells and whistles around it, and I decided to give it a try. I was initially skeptical because it was not widely available for test riding everywhere. Then one of my friends, who is a dealer in Bangalore here, had this bike available, so I went ahead and test rode it. One deficiency immediately I noticed, as you can see, I'm a very tall person, 6 feet 2 inch. So I was looking mainly for a 21-inch bike frame. This comes only with the 18-inch bike frame. Since no other electric manufacturer is providing a 21-inch bike frame, that is a compromise I made while purchasing the electric bicycle. And the tire size is also a little small for me, so I was very skeptical when I went for the test ride whether this is going to fit me or not. So yes, it obviously feels a little bit cramped for tall people like me, but in the end it is a small compromise that you have to do for a better quality bike. So let's go ahead and see the specifications in this bike, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons which I noticed in the last 10 days. And we'll talk about accessories in the end. So this is an 18-inch aluminum alloy frame bike with a detachable, here is the key, and removable battery, which has a battery indicator on top, and there is a USB port which is hidden with a flap as well. Little difficult to remove. Yeah. So you can remove it like this. You can see the USB port there, and there is the charging point. And the good thing is there is the pedal crank. This is also made up of aluminum, and it comes with 27.5 Kendaka 2-inch tires with dual disc brakes in both sides, which is a very good option, I would say, for faster stopping. And there is quick release front tire, and the seat port is quite good. It's very comfy for my 10 kilometer rides. It doesn't give us any problems at all. Usually comes with a quick release seat post as well, but I fixed it out of fear because I leave my bike in places, in public places where there is a chance of theft. And it comes with a rear reflector, which is solar charged, which is a bummer because it doesn't get charged much, and when you keep your cycle parked in basements, and it usually runs out of juice. And yes, that's pretty much about it. And it has, coming to the electrical part and the gear system, it has 7-speed Shimano Altus. Shimano Altus is the rear derailleur. Good thing is it comes with a derailleur guard. In case if your bike falls to the right side, this will be there to protect the gear system. That's a very good addition here. And here we have the gear shifters, Sprice company. Not very good like Shimano TZ. Shimano TZ would be a great option here. That is for something for the Lectro to improvise on. And yes, here is the thumb shifters. This is the gear up, and beneath this you can see there is a gear down button. These two, they are present on the left side, and there are no gears on the front shaft here. This is only 7-speed Altus only for the back side. So what do I like about this bike? I really like the looks of this bike first, because as far as I know, this is the only electric bike which comes with an integrated battery.
Sir, one time charge, how long it is driving?
So this battery is 11.2 ampere hour, I believe, and the first charge which I did is around it took around 4 to 5 hours, and I really didn't have to drain the battery. I didn't go for throttle mode or anything till so far. Majority of the times, even for the steepest flyovers, I will use only the pedelec mode up to 2. Pedelec mode 3 is quite strong. You don't really need it in day-to-day practice. Maybe that mode 1 and mode 2 will suffice for majority of the people. And that ride comfort is very good in this bike. So even without the pedelec, it's very easy to move around. And the posture is a little crampy for a person like me, but my friends who are below 6 feet found it very comfortable while riding. One problem that I get is hardness on the hands as well as the shoulders while riding it. That's because I bought the 18-inch frame size instead of 21. So the ride quality is amazing. I've been able to commute to my work daily, and I saw the pros and cons. It's been to me, it feels like it is doable in the future also. So there are several advantages in addition to the money and the time and everything. It saves time. Other day I had to go to Decathlon to get my accessories. There was this huge traffic jam. So, everybody was stuck, literally standstill. So I just lifted my cycle, crossed over to the other part of the other side of the service road, and then simply cycled away. Everybody were looking, awestruck by that. So there are several advantages with cycle, and of course safety is a major concern in cities. I noticed a lot of aggressive bikes and cars which are rushing close to you when you're going on left side of the road. But with that said, the situation will definitely improve. I definitely urge you all to go with cycles these days. And yeah, and I forgot to tell you about this lockable suspension. And this suspension is lockable. I keep it open for the city bumpy roads. But if I see there is only a flat road without much of potholes or anything, then you may actually lock it. Headlight. And this is pretty much good. And there is a headlight which comes with it. And here is the throttle mode. And of course I have shown you the rear reflector. And coming to the this is the throttle. This is the throttle. So there have been some misconceptions which are spread by the competitors on YouTube that I noticed. So one main thing is how to use the key, and they've been telling that it is glitchy and all. There is no glitch at all whatsoever, I noticed. In order to turn this bike on, you just need to long press the power key, and then it will start blinking like this. You just have to keep the RFID key near the top end. If you do that, simply, this is the end where you need to keep, because the RFID detector will be here, and you can see there is a very small chip here. That chip needs to be in that place. This is not really a glitch. It is the lack of knowledge on part of the competitor, or maybe he's trying to point out the glitches which are not, they are trying to show that as negative points. And that is also one of the reasons I wanted to make this video, so as to help people who are booking this bike. So coming to the accessories, there are several areas where Lectro can improve in this. The headlight which is given along with the bike is very dim. It does not produce much of a light. When you're night riding in the city or outside, I suggest you buy a separate light with an integrated horn, because this bike doesn't come with a horn as well. And the second drawback would be, yes, obviously I told you about the thumb shifters, which are not really very comfy. Shimano would be a better thumb shifter. And here the throttle mode, can you focus here? The throttle mode here, it is difficult to know whether it is on or off, because the button, yeah, this is on and this is off. As you can see, there is not much of a difference. You'll have to try and see. Maybe with experience you'll get used to it. The throttle mode is quite fun, and you can see with just acceleration the bike tries to move. The bike provides a lot of torque. So this is enough to even drag a 95 kilo person like me throughout the cities and then achieve the top speed of 25. Coming back to other drawbacks, here I can see the stand placement is a little awkward, because this crank will keep on hitting this. And suppose I'll show you this.
Written backside.
Suppose you are on the road, you would like to pedal, and then the stand is there, that will be a problem. And you can see this, the crank keeps hitting the stand, and this will ruin the experience for somebody. So maybe placing the stand somewhere in the back would be a good idea. And of course the rear reflector is a bummer, it doesn't work at all. So at least in Bangalore we don't get enough sunlight. And the angle of placement is also a little bit awkward. As you can see, the solar panel is here. Light doesn't usually fall in this area if you park your bike even in sunlight. So that is one important thing. And that's pretty much it about the drawbacks. And coming back to the accessories, what other accessories you need to purchase in order to this? It doesn't come with a bike lock, so a bike lock is must wherever you are. And a riding helmet. I bought this Rock Rider, which has an attachment for a rear reflector light. And you have, of course, riding gloves with extra padding in the palm area, this area especially, because the hand grips, I wish they come with a soft padding or something. Just like in e-motorrad, I've noticed the handle grips were very good. They didn't put me on that much pressure, but here hand grips are a bit hard in this Lectro F6i. And of course, a pannier bag. This is a 3-way pannier bag. You can attach it to the front of the cycle like this. It will go like this, and one more attachment will go here. It's a Velcro based, and yes, I can keep my charger as well as my phone as well inside. I went ahead and checked. Mine is a Redmi Note 8 Pro, and it fits it fits into this pouch, which I can use during the travel as well. One pair of wireless earphones, and yeah, I have some other accessories. Yeah, this is the rear reflector that I bought from Decathlon. Majority of my accessories are from Decathlon, because I wanted to feel how they would be before I went purchase, so I didn't purchase anything online. So this is the rear reflector, which has 2 lights. You can either attach it in place of your regular reflector, or you can attach this onto the back of your helmet as well for better visibility in the night time. You can remove this. This is the Rock Rider helmet from Decathlon as well. So this is a very good way of improvising the visibility. The rear light is more important than the front light. So and of course there is this lubrication, dry lube, that you need to do once in 15 days. So put some 10 drops and then rotate your chain set, and the basic toolkit which is provided by the Lectro F6i. And I'll show you the charger and some tips as to how to use this cycle as told by the dealer. So you need to be careful when the stand is in this position. So you need to gently lift the back tire and then rotate the handle instead of pedaling while the stand is in place. Like this. If you want to move at this position, the crankshaft will keep on hitting the stand. That is the problem here. So what you need to do, you need to lift and you need to rotate the cycle like this, and then only you can remove the stand. As you can see, there is some touching between the shaft and the stand, leading to removal of paint here. That's one thing. So the other point is regarding the charging. So always charge your battery to the full. See, there is a indicator. Always charge it to the full and charge it only when it is empty. Just like our battery, it has only limited cycles. To get the maximum out of your battery, it's always better to empty it almost to the full and then only charge it. The other important point the data was telling me is that you should not connect the charger pin directly to the battery, because there is no short circuit protection in this battery. If the battery goes away, it's like costing you 12,000 rupees. So what you need to do, you need to connect the charger pin to the battery and then connect it to the socket, then turn on the switch. That's one important thing. Okay. So in conclusion, this is a great e-bike. I've been having great fun for the last 10 days. It's a very good eye catcher. Wherever you go, people keep asking how much mileage it will cost. The cost is a bit on the higher side, definitely. I understand, because all the components that they are producing is imported. So that is where the costs keep adding up. So what I suggest for the Lectro as well as other competitors is that, why don't you start manufacturing it locally? Why don't you start, designing a better derailleur, a better suspension than Zoom. So in that way, the cost will come down eventually for the Indian customer, and then more and more people can get onto the roads. So this bike is primarily designed in Germany, assembled in India, and all the parts are manufactured in China. If this is the situation, that is how the cost keeps going up. So these are my concluding thoughts. Please post your questions or comments in the section here.
Comment section.
My friend Kishore is the one who has helped me shooting this video. He's a small-time employee in a private sector. So if you can help me out with subscribing. He makes a lot of videos, interesting videos about travel. He travels to various local places here in Karnataka. I find them very amusing and more informative. So please consider subscribing to him. So it will help him a lot. Thank you very much.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow